So, thank you so much for coming and joining us today, Sarah.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you.
Do you know, I got your recipe book delivered in the post. It came to us last week. The Desi kitchen.
Yeah.
I know, and we've got a very special magic jar from the Desi kitchen, so we're obviously going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
But Desi kitchen, what made you want to create your own recipe book?
Well, I wanted to make authentic Indian home cooking accessible to everybody. That was my starting point, which was very simple. However, it grew complicated because then you ask the question, well, what is Indian cooking and home cooking? And that's a big question. And I also wanted the book to tell a story. So then it was a case of exploring the various different communities that make up, from the Indian subcontinent, and then add that layer of Desiness too. So then you're pulling in influences from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka. And for me, food and Desi kitchen is about combining culture, food, identity, and history, because I think they're all intertwined and they tell the story of what we eat and represent us as a people.
Excellent. What I loved about the book is normally you get people putting recipes out and they have a map of India or Pakistan. So Northern India is known for these, Western India is known for this. You've got a map of England.
Yes,
And it's like Scotland is known for these curries and Bradford is known for I'm really proud that Bradford's made it. So thank you for doing that. But you've got the whole of the UK and how curries are different in the different regions. That's really clever.
Well, I guess from a Desi perspective, it needs to tell stories of two different regions. I myself, my heritage is Punjabi. So my grandparents came to the UK in the 1960s. I myself was born and bred in the West Midlands. So my heritage has two regional influences. It has, the Desi influence from India with my Punjabi heritage, but because I was born and bred in the Midlands, it's got that Midlands heritage. So there's two sides to my food, at least two sides, because I would say, then there's the global influences, we have growing up.
Fantastic. Well, there's two sides to this. There's the Punjabi side and there's the Gujarati side. But we're going to get a Bradford flavour today, aren't we?
We are. We're cooking a Sikh kebab, but we've given it a twist. So in the book, it's a Sikh kebab naan, so a naan which is kind of a sandwich, but made with naan. But we're going to make a burger with this.
A burger?
We're going to make a burger, a kebab burger if you like, or we could call it a chapli kebab burger.
I like the sound of that. That's very popular, very Afghanistani style.
Yeah, so a chapli, as just to explain to folks watching, it's a flattened kebab in the shape of a chappal, we're told, and a chappal is a slipper.
I would never connect the two. But
yeah, well, that's the shape we're going for.
Brilliant. Okay, I've had many chappals before from my mom, but
we're going to eat this one.
Yeah. So what
Wonderful.
We're doing onions first?
Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off by grating an onion. So use the coarse side of a box grater or a grater like this.
So Sarah, people like me wouldn't grate that. We'd put it through one of those posh blenders that do it for us.
Well, this is the way I've always done it. And for me, yes, there is that risk of it will induce tears, but I think it's the way I put love into it. So yes, you can use a food processor should you wish.
Yeah, because now I'm crying.
So we've got the grated onions inside this bowl here. So what we'll do is we'll pop this on a muslin cloth or a clean tea towel. What we want to do is we want to squeeze out all of the liquid, because otherwise you will have mushy kebab. So look at how, that's juice. Yeah, I like the term juice.
Some people actually drink, vegetable juice or onion juice.
Wow. Well, from a health perspective, the bitter gourds called acarella, which you might know. That's very good to drink the juice from that.
Yeah, very bitter.
Very bitter, but it's good for diabetes. So there is quite a lot of medicinal value to some of these weird and wonderful vegetables and ingredients.
Fantastic.
Right, so that is well and truly squeezed.
Wow, look how much has come out of that.
Yeah.
That's like a whole glass.
There we go.
Onion juice.
And I guess you asked me about the difference between grating an onion and using a food processor.
Yeah.
Is if you grate it like this, I found out you can get more of the water out, whereas if you use a food processor, it
actually turns into water sometimes.
Exactly, once in the mixture. And normally in a kebab like this, you could use, my mum would normally use an egg to bind and also some gram flour. Oh. But I think this is a healthier way of, less ingredients. And also, I just think it's a better way where you can let the flavour of the meat sing. Yeah. I'm going to do it without, yes.
This is I'm really looking forward to seeing this.
So now that we've got these dry onions, we can put these back into the mixing bowl. And top tip, I would recommend that if you're going to when you wash the muslin cloth or a tea towel, wash them separately because you don't want your clothes and your washing to smell of onion. And separate that up. So it's really important. And then let's go in with all of our aromatics and our spices. So here's our ginger, garlic, chilies, and also coriander. Spices and all of the ingredients pre-prepared, so then when it comes to this point you can just chuck everything in. And then we're also chucking in the ground spices.
Ooh, that fragrance, some of the spices I've got in.
Yeah.
It just smells that. That's your basar, isn't it?
That's the basar masala, which is fantastic. It's a wonderful Kashmiri spice that has rocked my world.
It's rocking
I've become obsessed with it.
It's rocking my senses. It smells lush.
Now,
it smells beautiful. How many spices are in the basar?
It's in the book, so you can recreate lots of it yourself, and I can assure you you'll be making loads of it. So have a bit of a taste.
For lazy people like me, if we don't want to make it, we can buy it off you as well.
No, I don't sell it.
Do you not sell it? Sarah, you're missing a business trick.
Right, so I can taste the spices, I can taste the flavour. Normally when you taste your tadka, which is the basis of your curry, the onions will be cooked, so obviously you can taste the raw onion, but that's good. I'm happy with the spice, and at this point, if you wanted to add more salt, if you wanted to add more chilies, you can by all means do that. If I point to this, so now all we need to do is mix the minced meat into our spiced onions. And I find the best tool is your hands, so let's go on in and mix them all up together.
Nice and squishy.
Yeah, just squish it all together. And I definitely recommend that you use mince that has a certain amount of fat. So,
So it's the one that we bought for you, okay?
Yeah. I mean, is it? I'm sure it is. It looks like it's marbled with fat. So just because that's where the flavour is. And that's also what's going to help it to stay juicy and also to bind.
Perfect. The fragrance is just so aromatic. The spices are really coming out, aren't they?
Wow. So that's nice and mixed. And my top tip is when you're shaping your kebab or your burger, have a little bit of water on standby. And if you can see, if you have a look at that, that is naturally clumping together. There is no need to bind that with any...
With no
breadcrumbs, no eggs, no gram flour, no nothing.
That's amazing.
You don't need to, because that's all coming together, as you can see. Right, what we can do is we can make a little test patty. Maybe we should show that to people at home. Because then we can taste what it's like. And then if we want to add more salt, we can. But I'll make 2 little test patties. We'll have one each.
Okay.
I love this for the oil. That's nice, isn't it? So, should we get this on?
You're going to run full heat?
Yeah, we're going to have it on full heat, and we're going to make a little test patty.
Okay.
With just a scant amount of oil. And then this is the last point at which we can adjust the seasoning.
Right.
And then after that, you know, there'll be no adjustment, so there'll be no wiggle room. So if we decide after testing this it needs a touch more salt, or if it needs a bit more fire, then we can add it.
I know some of my team will need the fire.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, as long as you don't start crying again, Fatima, I don't think I can handle any more tears today.
I'll myself. I'll be good.
You'll contain your emotions.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to eating now.
Okay.
So I better be on my best
Wow.
behaviour.
Okay. So these will just take a couple of minutes. We've got a little test patty each, one for you and I.
So like I said, these are the Gujarati sizes.
Yeah.
And then later we get the Punjabi size.
Yeah. Okay.
And we need a spatula. Oh, we have got a spatula. I left it in the other thing.
It's all right. We can use our only tiny Gujarati. They're only tiny Gujarati patties, so you know we can use dinky utensils.
There you go. Yes.
They'll only take a couple of minutes to cook, and then we can let them cool down. And do let them cool down a bit, because then you can't taste all of the flavours until they're cooler, because sometimes you can make the mistake of hurriedly getting them down and they're too hot and you can't always taste it. So.
True. Yeah. And what I like is you use very little oil.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. Well, it doesn't need it because it's got so much oil inside.
Natural
so what we'd like to do, it's got so much natural fat inside because we've used 15 to 20%. So you know, you've got that flavour there.
Yeah.
You could use any mince you'd like. The only thing I would say about chicken is that it's leaner. So use thighs, mince that's made from thighs. So it's got some fat in, not the breast, which is too dry. Is too dry. But you know, you don't necessarily have to fry it because you could grill this under your oven grill. You could pop it in your air fryer. So there'd be very little fat at all. So you don't necessarily even need any fat. It's just that we're using a frying pan to make our burgers today. Okay, let's flip these Gujarati burgers.
Oh, that's a lovely colour.
Yeah.
It's a lovely colour. My tears have gone just looking at that.
I'm glad.
I'm not going to cry again.
I'm glad.
Because I'm seeing something I like.
Well, we hope you're going to like it.
I'm sure I will. And the recipes, as we mentioned earlier, they're from across the country, across the UK. You've gone from Scotland right down to the end.
Yes.
Which recipe have you enjoyed presenting the most in that book? Well, and it's a tough question. I've gone from one tip of the country to another, but how could I say that it's not the Bradford chapter? That's my favourite today. How could I not say that? that today, my favourite recipes are in the Bradford chapter. You gave the right answer. You're so good at this.
I mean, it's a tough call. It's a tough call because, you know, I mean, there's so many recipes. All the recipes are favourites.
Yeah.
So it's very, very difficult to
But
distill
Bradford
it.
is the curry capital. Well, it has been the curry capital 6 years in a row. I don't know if you knew that, Sarah.
Really? Well, I thought it was.
We're very proud of.
So we can let those cool down a bit, and then we can make our burgers proper.
Okay. So is this the best part where you and I get to taste it?
Yeah, let's just let it cool down a bit.
The Punjabi, the Gujarati.
Okay. Cheers.
Yes.
Oh, you see, this is typical Punjabi, down in one. And look at the Gujarati.
Cheers, thank you very much.
I would put a bit more salt in that. Just a touch more.
Oh my God, those spices, they're gorgeous. For me, the salt is just right because I eat less salt, but yeah, I think a lot of people would have a bit more.
Punjabis do more of everything. It doesn't surprise me.
That is so nice, that is beautiful. And it didn't take us long to cook, and that's just cooked right through.
Yeah, because it's just a little test patty, and then we'll make the actual burger.
Because sometimes when you have kebabs, you can taste the gram flour, you can taste the floury bits. There's no floury bits in it.
You're celebrating the meat.
Nice.
Yeah, I think you want to celebrate that.
It's so nice. Sorry, I said to my team, I'll let you taste a bit, but I don't think I'm going to let you. Sorry. Kashmiri are loads of time cumin.
Well, it's a key feature. So ginger, ginger powder, and the use of fennel and fennel powder is a key feature of some of the spices of Kashmiri cuisine. Wow. And I just think it really lends itself well.
It certainly does. You know, that fennel just really helps the spices blend so well together. King size.
So here we are, we're flattening it out like a chappal. But we're going to still make our chappal round because we want to put it in a round bun.
And you've really got to love, like, really not be afraid of the mince and just really...
Absolutely, because, you know, you need to... This is how you're putting in the love. And my trick is to have some water so nothing sticks. As you can see, it's really easily binding, you know, because you asked me about the flour and the egg, and there really is no need for it.
Yeah.
And you can pop these in the fridge just to set, just to make them...
look at the size difference.
Yeah, that's it. I think this is going to be a feature of this shoot, is Punjabi burgers compared to Gujarati burgers.
It's going to be called size matters.
Yeah.
So you were saying something about putting it in the fridge. You can actually keep these in the fridge.
Yeah, so pop these. You could prep these ahead. So if you've got a barbecue, or if you've got guests that are coming, and you can make Gujarati-sized kebabs, or these massive burgers. Yeah. And this is something that you can prep ahead, and the flavours will develop. So you know, and if you want, you could prep these ahead, maybe even the day ahead or 2 days ahead, because then the flavours are just going to develop as they're getting to know each other a little bit more.
Fantastic.
And that's the last one, and then we're there.
Wow, 4 big size kebabs.
Wow,
burgers.
Three Gujarati burgers and 1 Punjabi.
We'll swap today. I'll have the Punjabi.
Fair enough.
You make it look so easy, Sarah. It's like, you know, it's just perfectly fitting into your hands and doing exactly what you want it to do.
I think that's a big piece. I'll take that out, and I don't want the team to... That's the one that you might get. So, you know, I don't want to cause you to cry. So, yeah, I mean, cooking is you know, sometimes there's different forms of cooking. Sometimes for me, especially, cooking can be therapeutic. So you just want to do it slowly, take your time. Then during the, you know, midweek, you know, you want something that's quick and easy to rustle up. And then at weekends, it's about feasting. So there's different types of recipes for different occasions.
So I can't wait to try that now. But there's something that you're making with that, aren't you? Something to go with those amazing burgers.
Yes, we're going to make a walnut chutney, which is made with yogurts and spices, and of course walnuts. Now this is an accompaniment to lots of Kashmiri meat dishes, because we know that Kashmiris are huge meat lovers, and we're using wonderful Yorkshire lamb and bringing the Yorkshire produce, the best of Yorkshire produce in here. And actually the Wazwan is a 36-course meal.
Wow.
That is mainly meat.
Yeah.
And I was astounded when I learnt about this.
How do you get 36
well,
courses?
exactly. I mean, even I'd struggle with that. Even Punjabis would struggle with that. Let alone, you know, it'd have to be very dinky Gujarati portions there. But you even have a Wazwoost, who is a master of the feast. Who oversees all of the dishes in the, you know, and the Wazwans are used for auspicious occasions like weddings. So there you are. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you cooking that for us today?
Not today.
Never mind. I think the walnut chutney will be fine for now.
Yeah.
So what goes in the walnut chutney? And I've never had a walnut chutney.
Oh, have you not?
So walnuts with spices is not a combination that I'm used to.
Well, Kashmir is a land of plenty. Yes. It's got so much amazing produce, and I suppose a lot of the Kashmiri dishes celebrate that produce and bring all of these wonderful, things together. It's got lots of influences from Turkey and the Mughal influences. I guess it's a mashup of all of these, of the history, which I talk about in the book. So
So this is the Greek yogurt, and then we've got the normal plain yogurt as well. Well, it's not actually Greek yogurt, it's Greek style yogurt.
That's all right. You can use any yogurt you like, really.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever your palate. It doesn't have to be, so prescriptive. I mean, it'll just mean that you've got a looser chutney rather than a thicker one if you used a set yogurt.
Yeah. The chilies are a bit big, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So we'll just chop those down a little bit.
Pestle and mortar if you want, just there.
Thank you. Did your mum also make you
do that? Yeah.
Did your mum also make you peel lots of garlic?
She did.
And peel.
She used to get the ladies.
Peel
in the
ginger.
No, that was like an event. The ladies in the neighbourhood all used to come and get together. It was at my grandma's.
Yeah.
And they used to buy big loads of ginger, big loads of garlic, and everybody used to come and chop it, and everybody took their, and then obviously used to get grinded in the blender, and then everybody used to take their piece of ginger and garlic home and store it in the freezer, and that's how we did it. Well, now though, you get it ready made in a jar.
Yeah, you see, I love all of that communal stuff because this is how, my mum and, well, me and my mum mainly because my sister doesn't cook, and we make garam masala once a year. And we make it for sometimes my chachi or my auntie will come and get involved as well because you get a share of it if you come and help, and it's just lighter hands make more hands make lighter work, so it's just a really lovely way to do it, and then you catch up on the latest gossip as you're doing it as well.
Yes.
So
that was the idea.
Well, my granny was always one for gossip. She'd
who's marrying who's left.
She was, if there's anything you wanted to know,
she knew.
Yeah, she knew it.
Well,
yeah.
So you crush all your walnuts. If that were me chopping it, they'd be flying all over. So is there a technique to doing that? Just keeping your knife close?
Yeah, I suppose you want the knife to do the work, so just hold the tip and then downward motions.
Got you. So we'll empty some of that.
Mm-hmm. So teach me some Gujarati words then.
Now she got me on the spot. Remember what I told you earlier that I know more Punjabi than Gujarati? And a lot of my friends are Kashmiri, so I know more of their language than I know my own, which is really embarrassing, and my mum and dad hate it. But Gujarati word, obviously everybody knows gemcho.
I don't know that word. What is
Really?
that? What is that?
It means how are you?
Oh, say that again.
Gemcho.
Gemcho.
Yeah. Gemcho is a very common Gujarati word to use, so it's a greeting. Bosaru, that means very nice.
Oh, well, we don't know yet.
Well, looks good so far.
It's just a very, very simple chutney.
Yeah. Chilies. Oh yes, chilies as well.
A bit of salt.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little bit of grated red onion.
Which was where the water was squeezed out as well.
Yeah, we've squeezed the water out because otherwise we'll end up with a really sloppy chutney again.
Yeah.
So we give that a good old mix.
So nice.
That's it. And there's a similar one with radish.
Mm.
So a radish.
Yeah.
No, but you can make it like a radish chutney.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and this is what they like.
Yeah.
Probably to stave off the richness of a wazwan.
Yeah.
36 courses, can you believe that?
I'm still trying to get over that. 36.
I think I'd need to be put in an ambulance, potentially.
I've been eating for a month. Over a month.
But you'd have to eat
a day.
it. Maybe you wouldn't need to eat again for a month.
Yeah. That is so nice.
You happy? It's very simple.
Mm.
Is that spicing all right for you?
I was just worried about how is the walnut going to mix with the chilies.
Mm. So just a scant amount of oil. You don't need too much. And we'll just let that get hot, and then we'll put in our burgers, which you've already pre-prepared. As I say, you can pop them in an air fryer if you'd like to be healthy, but for the purposes of our shoot, we are using this induction hob, air fryer or grill, or you could even barbecue them outdoors.
Perfect.
You know, getting ready for the good weather, and it's coming. It's coming.
Yes. It seems like a long time coming.
Look, it's very wet in Manchester, so it couldn't be as wet
so
here.
Right?
Yeah, you'll be all right.
So that's another question. You now live in Cheshire, in Manchester, and you're originally from West Midlands.
Yes.
Who makes the better curry, Manchester or West Midlands? And that's what you like on a really challenging spot now. Obviously, we know Bradford does.
Well, hold on a minute. Didn't we just say that Bradford does the best?
Of course, but I'm now just asking you between Manchester or West Midlands.
Oh my word. I'm going to plead the fifth on that.
If that's a cop out, that's a cop out.
Look, all I can say is we're in Bradford. We love Bradford food. We love Yorkshire lamb, which we're using today.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Yorkshire and Bradford.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's got her script right.
I've not come to Bradford to be lynched.
We'd never let that happen. Honestly, the way your food is tasting, nobody's going to lynch you. They're going to actually invite you.
Well, that's what we can do. We can distract them with a burger. Here, you eat that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what they say. The way through a person's heart is through their stomach.
And I think it's too true.
Yeah.
Because actually, for you know, the book celebrates lots of different communities, lots of different regions, lots of different cultures. But actually, what unifies us all is the love language of food and feasting.
Perfect. I mean, food literally has no, well, it speaks to all languages, doesn't it?
It doesn't, and actually for Desi food, you know, it doesn't have any geographical barriers, does it? Because it's crossed over all kinds of these borders and it's got its own vibe, so.
Yeah, definitely. And we definitely do love Desi food. Now, they do really know how to give you hearty meals.
The one thing I do really love about Gujarati food is the snack culture is epic, but farsan, yes, the farsan, the doklas. But I like some of the play with flavors, like khatti meaty flavors,
yes,
and peanuts. And, I mean, for a Punjabi tomato, this would be like, you know, obviously a big one.
Yes.
But we're doing dinky.
Yeah.
We are doing dinky.
Well, improvising because we couldn't get the shopping list right this morning. Well, I know what to do now. If I don't have any,
come to Cheshire. Come to mine.
Can you
send me some
eggs? I'm coming.
Yeah, you can. I'll be your egg dealer. Don't worry. Yeah.
Egg dealer. I like the sound of that. We're coming to those kind of times, though, aren't we? You might have to be a dealer.
Oh, these are done. Your Gujarati burgers are done.
Are they done? So how can you tell that they're done?
Okay, so you feel in the middle, and that feels really firm. So that's well done.
So if they feel firm, that means it's done.
If they feel firm, they're done. If they're really soft and giving, it means they need a little bit longer.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's quite a good way of.
Punjabi one is almost there. That just needs a little bit longer in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the Gujarati one. Sure, let's have some tomatoes.
So the tomatoes?
Dinky. I thought everything was bigger in Yorkshire, and these tomatoes are dinky.
It's just called improvising on the shopping list.
Yeah. Okay,
Do we put cucumbers on?
No. They're for the naan. They were for the naans, really.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
And then. Sorry.
There we go. Oh, do you know what? A bit of pomegranate seeds for you, madam. Yeah. Yes. Right, get that in your face. Yeah, we could. Yeah, why not?
So see, I do know something.
Right, can we get these Benjis fed?
Yes, please. Guys, come on. So here we are.
Here we are. At the bar.
Dish. At the bar.
At the bar, yes.
At the bar.
What better place to be?
Kebab at the bar. Burger kebab, I should say.
Now the bigger burgers for you.
Okay, so I'm having Punjabi, you're having gujarati.
Yeah, that's a fair exchange. It's an exchange, yeah, there you
exactly. You know what, it absolutely looks stunning. It looks like a work of art. You feel like you don't want to touch it because it just looks so pretty.
Never mind that, you eat.
Right, let's get one of this onto this plate and then I'm going to cut into it and try it.
Cutting into it, that's very bougie.
Sarah, you know all of these like hit words that I never even come across.
Oh dear
You're
me.
more in trend than I am.
Here you go, darling. Let me help you out. Let's get that out. Let's get that out of there.
Just get messy with it.
Get messy with it. Get down and dirty.
Right, down and dirty. Okay. Let's do this then. Come on. That's a nice chop. You're going to show me how it's done, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, you almost have to extract your jaw back. You know, it's like one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers to Desi Kitchen.
Yeah, cheers.
Here we go. That is beautiful. Sorry, I can't talk to you now. I've got to finish this. That is amazing. My God, you can taste all the flavours.
Yeah.
I can't taste no flour in it. Very little oil. Normally you get a kebab and you've got oil seeping through. Hardly any oil seeping through. And that walnut chutney. Who would have thought walnut chutney with this kebab burger?
Yeah.
It's amazing. You got magic in your hands, Sarah.
Well, it's the Kashmiris. They know what they're doing. And if anybody knows about meat, it's Kashmiris.
Wow. And this recipe's in your book?
It's in my cookbook, Desi Kitchen, which is out now and available to order. So please go out and buy and check it out and enjoy the feast.
Brilliant. And we will make sure that all the details are on our website for you to have a look. This particular recipe was on, do you know what page number?
Now you're testing me. Wow. There you go.
Right, we have to go now because we have a burger to finish. Bye for now.
Thanks for watching.